many drag queens worry about being liked. They want to be Miss Popularity even though they dress like Disney villains and sometimes even act like a bitch. Be as bad as you want to be, girls. If you're fierce, you'll feel the love.
Today we're joined by two of the baddest queens RuPaul's Drag Race has seen in a long time, Adore Delano and the Queen of Mean, Bianca Del Rio. Bianca is well known in New York City's drag scene as the Queen of Mean for her hilarious insult comedy. Adore competed in boy drag on American Idol Season 7 as Danny Noriega. Since then, Adore Delano has had a very successful career as a video blogger.
Listen as these bad girls take us behind the scenes on your favorite TV show, RuPaul's Drag Race, and answer all your questions. Hunties. I'm Fausto Fernos.
I'm Mark Fillion.
And this is Feast of Fun.
Feast of Fun is made possible because of financial support of people like you. Thank you. Upgrade your account today at feastoffun.com/plus and listen to our fabulous podcast 5 days a week.
Today, we're talking to two of the baddest girls from Season 6 of RuPaul's Drag Race, Adore Delano and Bianca Del Rio. Welcome to Feast of Fun, ladies.
Hi.
Thank you for having us.
Bianca is well known in New York City's drag scene as the Queen of Mean for her vicious and hilarious insult comedy. The shade is very strong with this one.
Well, yeah.
And Adore Delano competed in boy drag on American Idol Season 7 as Danny Noriega, and since then has had a very successful career as a video blogger. Welcome. And why are you even on RuPaul's Drag Race, Adore? Because you don't really need it.
Yes, I do. Of course I do. Okay, before American Idol, I was doing drag when I was 13, 14 years old. I lived my life as a girl from 14 to 16. And I was actually thinking about transitioning back then. That was before American Idol even happened. So I was doing drag before...
Transitioning, like you identify as transgender?
Yeah, when I was younger.
Okay.
But then I had my first sexual experience and I realized I loved my penis. But
You can still keep the penis, you know.
No. Like, I loved being a man. Like, I'm a man, Maury. No, but yeah. That's what a lot of people don't understand, though, is that, like, I was doing drag before American Idol even existed in my brain.
Oh, okay. So, and Bianca, I gotta say, your comments on the teaser, we haven't actually seen you in a full episode yet, but they make the show so entertaining, they would be fools to kick either of you guys off early.
Well, the great thing about the show is, as I was seeing the teasers, I don't remember saying any of that. So that's the funny
Was
part.
it like an anger blackout?
Well, I mean, it's a quick process. You're there and, you have these moments, but you can't really, I mean, you don't sit back and go, I'm going to say this or I'm going to plan that. That's just the way that I work as far as when you're in the situation, you just say whatever comes to your mind and then people get upset. That's just what it is.
I'm just really looking forward to I am intentionally requested to get the both of you on the podcast together.
Oh, thank you.
So you're like my two favorite so far, even though I think Courtney Act is going to win it.
So we're your two favorites, and
so we're your favorites.
Unfortunately,
we're your favorites, but Courtney's going to win it.
Well, because I'm good at predicting the winner.
Are you?
But
no, go ahead. Tell me. Please tell me more about it.
It's not always who I'd like to see win the season. I like Courtney Act. I think she's very strong. She already has a career. She's huge in Australia. Is that fair?
No, but I think that's a great thing about this particular season. How many seasons in the past have you watched and said these people are retarded? These people are, booger queens.
Nobodies.
They're not even that.
Yeah.
They're just, they're younger and the caliber of drag and the excitement isn't there because everybody's kind of on one level. The great thing about this season, we've got Vivacious, who's older. We've got Darian Lake, who's older. I'm one of the old ones. I think there's like four of us. Kelly Mantle. Well, you saw what happened with that. But, there's older people, so it just gives a little more variety. I think that's a good thing.
So for people who haven't seen the first episode, Kelly Mantle got kicked off.
People who haven't seen it, it played yesterday. They had to have seen it.
Well, some people are like,
they're behind.
What are they waiting for?
And some people listen to the podcast and don't even watch RuPaul's Drag Race, but they're just like, I just like the way you guys interview the queens.
Yeah. I have to say that contouring has gone way too far. It is a disease on drag queens.
I love it.
And the two of you look fantastic, and the contouring looks natural and normal.
Natural.
But in the beginning of your premiere episode, you said that somebody looked like a swordfish, Bianca.
Well, she did because I was kind of Magnolia Crawford.
Magnolia
I was
Crawford.
quite shocked by that nose of hers because I mean, I have a big nose, so I have to shade it. But when I saw hers, I'm like, it's already small. And then she added that beautiful liquid paper line right down the middle of it. And it just made it even more beat. She looked like a fucking swordfish.
Is Roxy Andrews to blame for the contouring of the nose? Is the little exclamation mark?
Well, I got to say, in everyone's defense, we don't get to see ourselves through camera or light or video or anything. So if you're used to working in a bar and you're used to painting that way, it's one thing. Even the runway lighting is different than that workroom lighting. That workroom lighting is severe.
Yeah.
But it's really fascinating how like the show changes you girls.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because some of them I see you guys beforehand, then I see you get on the show, then afterwards it's almost like boot camp for drag queens.
Completely. Well, yeah.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Well, at least for me, it was boot camp to the max. Yeah. Oh yeah. At least for me, it was boot camp. No, like I didn't.
Fish it up, girl. Fish it up.
I didn't even know like what the hell like half the like things were like the drag like things like
what
waist
you learned.
cinchers and like how to stack a wig properly by watching this whore and like I don't know like I learned a lot from this bitch because she's
Bianca. You're saying?
Yeah. I learned a lot from Bianca. I love her.
How to cut a bitch. But you guys have a reputation of being bad girls. Well, and I like that because drag queens are always too concerned about being liked, being Miss Congeniality, being Miss Popular.
Being seen as a Hollywood goddess. That
you
kind
guys
of thing.
say it's like they're gonna love me or hate me regardless. So I'm gonna be as bad as I want to be.
Well, I think that you're gonna. I mean, as I sit here in a wig, you just need to be yourself and also just be honest. And I think that's the thing is that it's not so much I know everything because I'm older. It's just I'm not afraid to say it, and they don't have to like it because I don't need to be liked. You know, it's not like like me. I'm there to do a job. If you can't sing, dance, act, sew, or do comedy, you should not audition for RuPaul's Drag Race.
Or you can become Bianca Del Rio.
Well, I'm saying those are the tasks. Those are the things that you have to do. And I think that's what people forget. They're like, I know I can do a 20-minute Beyonce medley. Well, that doesn't help you, bitch, unless you're in the bottom.
Right.
So you have to really think about this. When you're there, I mean, we're in the 6th season. You've seen what we do on the show. It's, it's acting moments, it's singing moments, it's dancing moments,
so
it's
lip
sewing.
syncing is the bottom of the list.
Well, I think it's there, and you should, of course, you should know how to do it. But also take a minute and look at past seasons. There's a lot of
do you
other
think lip
things.
syncing is actually very hard? Because Michelle Visage was on this podcast trying to say lip syncing is really hard. Now she did date one of the guys from Milli Vanilli, so maybe she might know a thing or two about lip syncing. But to me, I'm just like, well, if you practice the song, you'll know it.
Well, it's more than just knowing the song, though, right? Like, because you see some queens that know a song from like front to back, but they go up there and they look like a fucking dead piece of like log wood and shit. And it's just like, what are you doing? It's like it's about like I think expressing, like, I don't know, like showing the crowd that like I don't know. Like
you gotta put on a show.
You gotta live the song and like show the emotion of it.
Well, Adore, on American Idol, they always say this. It's like you gotta learn your lines, you gotta learn your lyrics. Some of the contestants, I don't remember like specifically if you had this problem, but that they were struggling with their lyrics.
David Archuleta.
That was Archie.
Do you get confused for him? 'Cause you're both
No.
Latino, kind of.
No way. I'm cool.
Did he finally come out as gay?
No, he's actually like
He's a Mormon or something.
Yeah,
he's right?
he's like coming to pastor or something. But more power to him. I don't know. He's hot.
So do all the American Idol openly gay contestants like ever hang out with each other or do like a show together? I mean, Jim Ferraros is retired from music, but there's
season 1, yeah.
Season 1. Who else was
Clay Aiken.
I'd go see
Adam
you
Lambert.
guys. Yeah,
Adam
the
Lambert.
3 of you guys together. 4 of you guys.
You got a
Three
chance to
tenors.
meet Adam Lambert, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I met him a few times before the show,
Yeah.
but yeah, I love him. He's cool. He's pretty crazy. I like him.
And
So
now
no
Clay
tour.
Aiken's running for Congress in North Carolina. Any political aspirations on your end?
Besides tyranny,
Water
dictatorship.
authority? Or...
I mean, if you can't get hired, I guess you have to go into politics.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna do a non-equity tour of Joseph in Technicolor Dreamcoat. It happens.
Bianca, your drag mom is Lady Bunny.
Oh, she's not my drag mother.
That's what the press release said.
Once again, people talking shit. No, I met Bunny when I was 20 years old in New Orleans when I started drag. And I've always loved Bunny's sense of humor and madness. And she'd come to me, she saw me in a show. She said, "You're really funny as a host. Other stuff, other people are going to do numbers. Other people are going to try to be Cher. Other people are going to do this." She goes, "Just find your own look and do your own thing." And I thought it was really good advice. So then years later, when I moved to New York and we were working together, I told her that story. And she's backstage. I said, "Do you remember this?" And she goes, "Fig, I told you to die. That's what I said." So that's not really encouraging. But no, she's a good friend of mine, but she's not my drag mother.
Now,
adopted her as a drag mother.
Okay.
You know.
Well.
And the problem is that, when mommy drinks a lot,
You know, if you want to see
starts
mommy
getting
passed out on the
angry.
floor.
She has
then-
her moments.
wake up, mommy.
She has her moments.
So you left New Orleans after Katrina.
Yeah.
So you were happy, you were living there, and then all of a sudden this big storm
No,
said,
I
I
mean-
got to get the hell out of here.
No, it was one or two things. It was also that I was working there doing drag for 10 years, working in a bar 5 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I called it the golden handcuffs. I still got to do costumes and stuff during the day, but it just wasn't that fulfilling anymore. And I was 30 and I thought, well, what the hell? We weren't allowed back home for a minute. So I had a chance to just say, let me go find something else. And then I came to New York and it worked out.
Well, there's a lot of good queens that come from your neck of the woods. There's
Yes.
Christine, Varla Jean Merriman, Tyler Perry, if you consider that.
Oh, yeah, well, that woman. That's a whole nother story.
So,
Oh, do you have stories to tell?
No. I mean, I don't know him like that.
what's your heritage?
My
Bianca?
mother's from Cuba. My dad's from Honduras.
Okay.
So I have a large penis and no credit.
And Adore,
Uncut?
what's you're like part Hawaiian or something?
No,
or?
I'm a mutt. If I was in a fucking pet store, no one would buy me. They would just gas my ass. No, I am.
Don't tempt me.
I'm Mexican, Native American, German, and white.
Wow.
Yeah, because German and white are two different things.
or something.
Apparently.
And hillbilly.
Apparently.
No, I'm like honky. My grandma has like no front teeth, but she got them done. Yeah.
Oh,
She's right here.
you douche.
You guys have great teeth.
We got dentist.
Actually, because this is one thing we tell drag queens, and we always say, it's like, don't contour too hard, brush your teeth,
Well, buy
floss,
some teeth.
go see a dentist.
My favorite is when a bitch comes in. I got Louboutins, bitch, but you also have buildup. Your teeth look like fucking dirty fish tank rocks. Mimi.
Fucking chiclets.
It's not cute.
And then they try and bleach them, and it just turns out orange.
Yeah, and then they wear nude lipstick because that's gonna help
Shut
too.
up. I'm wearing nude lipstick for all of you guys that can't see. And I'm a
looks good on you,
smoker.
though.
No.
It's totally like you need a little lip gloss and you'd be ready to have
No, I like it
cock-sucking
matte.
lips. What?
I like it matte.
You
I
like
want
it
it
shine?
60s, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very Tura Satana.
Sure.
I was
I've been
explaining to
told.
Adore who Tura Satana was. Listen, girl, you and I and her, it's like we're all cut from the same cloth.
Oh my gosh.
So learn your herstory.
The coat of many colors.
Yes. She is the great grandma of badass girls.
I love
You
it.
know. Have you guys either committed any crimes besides stealing people's hearts?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, what have you done?
I've broken into our like local swimming pool. We've like all skinny dipped while we were like high when we were like 15.
Were you dressed as a girl?
No, well,
Okay.
I was a girl back then,
Right.
but I didn't say that I was a drag queen. I said
Right.
that I was a woman. But yeah, we all skinny dipped, and it was cold, so my dick tucked itself, so I was definitely a woman. It was awesome. Yeah.
So no crimes done.
Yes.
No time served.
No.
No, but I also stole eyeshadow at Walmart, and it was green, and it didn't like go well with my eyes, so I just stole it for nothing.
Because I think every young drag queen shoplifted some makeup from Walgreens, right?
We were
I mean,
younger.
probably, yeah.
So you can
Nothing that I
confess to
got caught with. Nothing that I got
You
caught
didn't
with.
get caught, no time served. Rumors say, Bianca, and we really follow the rumors on the show.
You're probably the people that start them.
some of them. Some
Yeah,
of them.
Mr. Predict Everything. Go ahead.
You know what I did with Michelle Visage? I
What did
just
you
said, who are some of the memorable contestants?
Yeah.
And so she started naming the names.
Yeah.
And I said, can you name all the contestants' names? And she couldn't. And I said, well, those are the ones who got eliminated first. Guess who she couldn't remember?
Kelly Mantle?
Kelly Mantle.
Well.
Ding, ding, ding.
Sneaky.
So there's another rumor going around that you went too far during the roast and made RuPaul lose her shit, pull you aside, and yell and get into a fight off camera.
Oh. Well, I guess you're going to have to tune in or buy the app to see it.
So that means there's a little truth to that. Because you say a lot of mean things and a lot
I
of
don't
like...
say a lot of mean. This is what you have to realize.
Intense
when you
things.
sign up for a TV show and you sign up for a competition, you're there.
Yeah.
There's also something called people who figure shit out and people who make things up
Yeah.
because they have nothing else better to do. For instance, Bunny, my drag mother, not the case. But if I say, oh no, that's not true, that's not
Bunny
true.
didn't say that.
Well, you're saying it's in a press release. Oh, I guess it's on the internet, so it must be true. You're going to have to tune in. Don't try to turn this around and think I'm going to spill tea, queen. Not today, Satan. I'm not the one. They're not suing my
But
ass.
you say a lot of things, like mean things about people in your
What do you mean
career.
I say a lot of mean? I say a lot of honest things. Everybody's
Honest
thinking
things.
it's my opinion. It's not like...
Because I say a lot of honest things. I'm also, an insult comic too. I consider myself not a very good one. And sometimes when you're not a good one, sometimes you hurt feelings.
Sure.
And have like Mimi I'm First never talk to you again because you said her song was a shitty parody.
Well, the weird thing is, I mean, here you are. You have a podcast. You could say what you want. You can, whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way when I'm doing a show and you're coming to see it. And if you don't like it, that's fine. You have the option to say, I never want to see it again. No big deal. But when you're sitting there, you got to sit back and go, it's a drag queen in the middle of the night during the week and you're watching a show. I know I'm the biggest joke there is. I mean, I take myself seriously by showing up on time, combing my hair, brushing my teeth, as you mentioned earlier. But everything else, it's like, what do they want? I'm not curing cancer. It's a drag show.
Right.
And
I
I
guess
think
some people want their
lose-
queens to be nice.
Well, there's enough nice ones they can get.
Why can't you girls be nice girls?
Yeah, but there's a difference between being nice, being a bitch, and being smart.
Right.
There's three different things. And there's a lot of queens that are nice because they're not smart and they're not good enough to be a bitch.
But I think you are nice though. Like when I first met her, like I hated her to death, and I wanted to put her in a human microwave.
Why?
But I just didn't like her energy, and like it's that first impression that you get with Bianca, and like you have to like warm up to her, and like honestly, like she's like one of the nicest, most kind-hearted people, and I don't even think she realizes how big her
You're
heart
ruining
is.
it. You're ruining it for
No,
me.
really. She has a huge heart, and like even watching her like on stage and stuff like that, she is an insult comic, and like I get it, but like the person behind that is a smart bitch, and she was raised very well, and I can completely tell like what she is, like and what she's about.
Who was the most intimidating girl for you guys?
Rue?
Besides RuPaul? I mean, the other contestants.
Intimidating?
Or were you like annoyed or like...
You don't have time to be intimidated. I think that's what people forget.
You weren't thinking about
when you're
it.
watching the show, you think we have all this time together. You really don't. You don't have, a full week in between an episode. So you got to remember that when you're there, it moves quickly. So for me, it was just think about what I'm in control of, and when someone would get in my way or a situation would come up, then I would say what I had to say. But after the first hour, you forget the cameras are there.
Yeah.
I heard they put bars on your hotel room windows
Oh,
because too many of the girls keep sneaking out.
We had 6 Pinkerton guards outside of my room.
Something like that.
Because they were afraid I was going to jump out and go kill Rue again. Yeah.
Did your makeup ever change? Did you guys feel like the series transformed you in any way, visually, stylistically?
Well, you have to. I think that's what you sign up for. They ask you to do different things. It's not so much going in and going, I'm fierce, I'm perfect, this is the look I have. Yeah. It's not about that. It's about versatility. And if you listen to the judges, it's not so much that they're saying that what you're doing is wrong. It's just try something else, try something new.
What do you think was the biggest change for you over the series? I mean, without revealing anything.
Without revealing anything. That's why you have me here. I don't know. I mean, I think that it was a great experience. I mean, I was 38 when I did it, so it's a different world for me. Here it was, I had my set way of doing things, but when you're around other people, as Adore was saying, you pick up other things and you figure things out and you sit and look at things a little differently.
What about you, Adore?
What was the question?
You paid attention. Well, how did the series change you stylistically, visually?
Like I said earlier, like I learned how to do like hair just by watching the other queens and blending better and not making my face look like a mask and just like shaping my body better. And just, yeah, I mean, for some of the girls going into like myself, I was like probably like the younger of like when it comes to like starting drag or whatever. Yeah. So I kind of like evolved a little bit from the show, and I took for a lot of what they said, and I put it to myself, was still maintaining like true to myself.
Yeah.
So you're saying nothing changed?
Yeah, nothing.
We got some great questions from the listeners.
Oh, great.
William Bush is a huge fan and has an ocean of questions. Calm down, William. But he wants to say, like, why the hell did they give you a bag of spaghetti, Adore? What did you think that you were going to do with that? Pour it all over yourself over the runway? Or?
Is this live?
Well, no, we asked the listeners beforehand.
I was like, oh my
they
gosh.
anticipate what you're going to say.
Oh, okay.
They're not listening live, no.
Well, it was sketty. So it was
sketty. It was a bag of gross.
It was disgusting. You guys don't understand. I wanted to throw up. It smelled like cow taint. It was like
Speaking of Lady Bunny.
it was like rotten, like old, like butter and like ketchup like mixed together with like these noodles. It was disgusting. And then the clothes kind of smelled like it too that I all had. So I was like, awesome, it smells like my tights, so I don't have to fucking really do it. No,
Why did your friend, you're friends with Ganja Estranja, right? And she was like choosing.
am I?
Well, I thought you were.
I'm just kidding. God.
But she was choosing what to give to everybody, and she just like completely ignored you and gave you what you didn't want. You were
Yeah.
asking for Golden Girls, and you got Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah.
The box. And it was like, did you go afterwards? It's like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah. I mean, like they showed on.
Was she sabotaging it intentionally? We didn't get to see that.
Well, I don't know what she was doing or what was going on in that
You
brain
didn't
of hers.
confront
but-
her ever about it?
Yeah, we had words, but I mean, it wasn't like. I mean, it's not that serious. I mean, I wasn't. Well, I was serious when I was on there, but I mean, I was just questioning like what her intentions were. But I mean, we all play the game differently, so I don't know.
So she was playing you.
I guess I don't know. You got to ask her.
I was like, maybe she's just dumb and she couldn't hear you.
Well, that too.
yeah, maybe it's just all of the above.
Bianca, William also wants to know how did it feel when you walked into the workroom and there was already stuff there? It was a hot mess. Did you guys know that it was split up?
Actually, I had no idea. I didn't know if stuff was planned, if that was set decoration. I mean, some of it was really ugly, so I just assumed it was just shit they picked up. But I didn't know it belonged to other people. And you know the one, actually, when we were there, when we were there, I didn't know what was to happen, you know, and after 7 come in, you know, it's just kind of like, okay, what's next? And then, of course, slowly we figured it all out as she began to explain it. But you're kind of overwhelmed when you get in there. You know, it's like walking into the TV. It's kind of strange.
I like that they split the contestants up, but at the same time, it kind of like takes the wind
thunder,
out,
yeah.
thunder
Steals
out.
some of the thunder.
It would have been great to have like a supersized episode and have both of them back to back. You know?
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
Were you disappointed that you didn't get wet? Because usually they douse the girls down in water the first episode.
We were so excited though about our first challenge because they're like, take a flying leap into sea. I was like, oh, we're gonna hang upside down while pissing our pants on a bungee cord on a building or something like crazy. And I'm like, we're jumping off into foam. But anyways, yeah, I wasn't happy about the 7 the splitting, and I didn't know. I was like, are we all boogers and we're gonna have to like compete and one of us is gonna make it to the real show? Like, because what's going on? But I wasn't really listening to Rue.
You were really nervous and you like kept falling off your chair and it's like...
I fell off once, and that was actually a moment, and it wasn't when it was like, ooh, girl, to steal that shine. It was actually like when we were all talking, and I rock back and forth a lot, like since I was younger. And I always used to fall in wood shop. You know how I rock back. And I was like rocking, and the girls
You
were
took
talking.
wood shop.
Yeah, I did. I actually, I got in a fight with my teacher and I had to take choir. But, and I fell and I had a bruise on my back for like 2 weeks. So I'm like, who would fucking fall on purpose on concrete? Like, really? That hurt. Like,
Because when
shit.
Ganja Estranja did that collapse, I thought she was going to break her back.
Yeah.
You know? That's
Yeah.
not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
And if you fuck that up, you're in the hospital.
You're hurt.
Yeah,
Well,
Shangela.
that's why I got Shangela in the hospital.
Really?
Yeah.
Shangela broke her leg.
Doing the
Yeah.
same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. I read up on everything. You didn't know about that?
That was a while ago. That
No,
was like
it just
No.
she's just got out of
I'm
the
sorry, it was
hospital.
Shangela. That's why I skipped that article.
Oh.
Robin Boy, is Bianca's friends with any of the queens, or have they deleted her number for reading them to filth?
Well, before the show started, I had known Courtney Act and I knew Kelly Mantle. But I worked with Kelly. We did something for Logo years ago, a comedy special with Hedda Lettuce and Pandora. And that's where I met her. And she was very sweet. And actually, I don't get to see her because she was eliminated from that first group prior to me getting in there. So I didn't even know she was on the show. So Courtney was the only one that I knew from before. So everybody else I got to know as we went up.
I think that's the biggest disappointment of splitting up the girls, even though that was like nice to allow the girls to kind of shine, is that we didn't get to see people interacting with Kelly Mantle before she got
Right.
sent away.
Sure.
You know?
Completely.
I'd love to see you girls like, you know, living together and trying to fight over the toothbrush.
That's a whole nother show.
Fight over the toothbrush, sharing
You know
a
what I'm
toothbrush. It's disgusting.
Poor drag queens, come on.
Poor
Putting them in
drag
a
queens, one
household like
toothbrush.
Big Brother kind of thing would be great. What
That'd
happened
be
to Queens
awesome.
of New York? Because that series was going to go in that
Yeah,
direction.
there was a guy from LA that came to New York and, you know, was interested in doing something, riled us all up. We filmed, I think it was basically like 2 episodes that they wanted with Bunny and Hedda and a bunch of other queens, and just kind of went nowhere. They said they shopped it around and it didn't do anything. Yet we have 62 fucking housewife shows on Bravo right now, which are basically they're drag queens with the makeup they wear.
Yeah.
And the wiggery.
Bethany's show did get canceled. There is hope.
I like Bethany.
You do?
You do? Why?
I think she's intelligent. I mean,
You don't find her shrill and annoying harpy a pest?
I think she's a strong businesswoman, and I love that she fought with Kelly. I hate Kelly.
I love you, Adore.
Alexander
Thank
Miller
you.
wants to know, what was something you didn't expect going into the show?
That 7 shit.
What?
Yeah,
Seven
yeah.
shit?
Yeah.
You were like, what?
I hated that.
Do you think it worked well? Do you think it works well? Or do you
No.
think they should have just had you all together?
They should have had us all together. I thought that would have been like a brilliant first episode.
Yeah.
I thought it would have. That would have been hilarious.
Chad Sell wants to know, Bianca, have you ever regretted a joke you've told?
Oh, sure, I have.
What joke was that?
I don't remember. I mean, I did one time say something. I was in New Orleans at Harris Casino doing a show, and there was just 2 people in the front row. And this is probably like the 6th time I've come out and I've changed costumes again, and I'm schmoozing, and they're just not featuring it. They're just sitting there with his face. And so I was like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I don't understand it. If you're not happy, just let me know. What are you, a fucking mute? And his wife shook her head, yes. So that was an awkward moment. So that's when I realized I am totally going to hell in a gasoline wig, because that man could not hear me and could not talk back, and I fucked that one up.
Oh my God.
Done. Yeah. So, but good for them for getting out and seeing a drag show.
Chad Sell wants to know, Adore, do you feel like a lot of Drag Race fans have already made up their minds about you? What do you hope they see as the season progresses?
I mean, if they love me, then I love them. If they don't, I really don't care. Because, like, a lot of people that don't like me online are fat and ugly. It's weird. No, it's true. Like, everybody that's like, oh, she's a mess. I'm like, okay, you are ugly. Like, it's so weird. Like, I even look at the haters of the other girls. They're all ugly people. So I really have nothing to say about that.
Well, it also seems like, too, because how many years have you tried out for a Drag Race?
This is my second time.
This is your second time? But I think people, had your name out there from before, too, like a long time ago.
Yeah.
They were talking about, because I feel like I've heard your name buzzed around RuPaul's Drag Race for many years now.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I was definitely trying it.
Yeah.
It just sucks because I really do think that they have like their mind made up before I even was on the show. They're just like, oh, American Idol didn't work out, so now he's gonna try another reality show. And I'm like, no, asshole. Like, this is how I pay my bills. This is how I got my car. This is how I fucking live. So it's like, it's not.
Because you're a working queen.
I am. I was working almost 7 days a week
Now, which corner is that?
That's Santa Monica and Fairfax.
It's in Chula Vista.
Frontier Donuts.
It's hard to make a living as a queen. Sometimes you got to do a little something on the side.
No, it definitely is. It definitely is. Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I've seen some of these girls from RuPaul's Drag Race be like, "Oh, this is my outfit for after the show."
Wait, what?
Yeah, but they're hookers.
I won't
yeah,
tell
yeah.
you
Implying.
on the air who they are, but you know probably
Yeah.
them. Antonio Ochoa. Adore, I know you're both a great singer and a fabulous drag queen, and I think you're amazingly talented. If you had to choose between making it big as one or the other, which one would you choose? It seems like you chose both, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I am a singing drag queen. Like, I mean, I wouldn't choose.
Jim Ferraros is really threatening you. He
What do you mean?
He said, "I'm a big fan of Danny."
Oh,
That's what he calls
not
it.
threatening.
Well, he says, but does he sing live in his performances? He fucking better.
I always sing live unless my voice is shot. Like, I mean, I host a show every Friday, and I always spit ill shit. I'll rap, I'll pussy pop, and I'll spit a sick ass rhyme. I actually rap and I sing, so I mean, I'll just freestyle.
What's a pussy pop?
You just put your hands on your knees and you pop that pussy. I've been doing it since I was 12.
Is that
Back when
something
you were
we
a
can
girl.
see right now? or-
No, I'm corseted by fucking Bianca's famous corsets that don't let you breathe.
So Bianca, you're borrowing Bianca's corset right now.
Yes, I am. It's where my fucking stomach is meeting my heart right now. My balls are at my toes.
Antonio wants to know, Bianca,
Yes.
when you find the time to relax, What helps you unwind?
Well, when you live in New York, there's no time to relax. I mean, like you said, I work as a drag queen as well, 6 nights a week now. So, and then I have a day job that I just took a leave of absence from. So it's just like, you always got to plan and prep for the next big thing. So very rarely, I don't vacation. I mean, luckily I get to travel with work, but I never like say, oh, I'm going to take a cruise or I'm going to go to Hawaii. I would love to, but that's really not my process.
Now, your day job, are you doing costuming?
Yeah, I work for a Broadway costume company. So we do Lion King, Mamma Mia, Wicked, and then we do a lot of ballet and opera as well.
And so you're sewing them, or what are you?
I'm a pattern maker.
Okay.
Hence, that's why your drag looks like a clown or
That's
circus.
it. That's exactly it.
Lion King.
Well, I like to be a clown.
I noticed you're not stuffed up on top very much. You don't have much boobage going on.
Well, yeah, well, I'm not. Yeah. I mean, is that a requirement to have big
Oh,
I
tits?
just wondered.
It's very elegant
because a lot of girls come in. They
balanced.
come in with like the boobs for queens,
Yeah.
and they've got like double D's.
Once again,
I usually don't wear boobs either. I had to do them today because I had to be like warm. No, yeah, I usually
boobies will
don't.
keep you warm.
I'll wear a stuffed bra. Yeah.
There's a lot of sexy, fuckable queens this season. You guys look great as guys out of drag.
Oh.
Certainly Courtney Act and Milk are totally fuckable.
all right.
Are they, girl?
I think it's hysterical.
Hold up. And I hate
What?
when they're doing like the interviews and like everybody wanted to fuck Milk, and I'm like,
Not us. Not
I'll
us.
actually just eat my cereal with water because I did not want to fuck Milk.
Neither did I.
But I did.
Doesn't he have a good body?
He's
No?
a championship ice skater.
I'm not really into
a
bodies
dancer.
though. I'm into
Well,
asses.
I mean,
Ice skaters usually have great asses.
his
Not great
ass is just whatever though.
I heard from,
Oh, really?
from one of Courtney Act's
here we go.
ex-lovers
Here we
that
go.
she is a fantastic fuck in this
oh,
act.
good.
And we're actually scheduled to tape a show with her alone in the home studio.
haven't-
So
awesome.
if
joke.
you don't, if Courtney Act comes to Chicago and we don't put out a podcast, it's because something else happened.
Oh, okay. I got
That's disgusting.
Well, I mean, was there any kind of like romance or like more than just friendships, but romance happening between any of you guys?
No.
I'm not
You
that
have
I
like
know.
14 horny gay guys locked up together for weeks
Yeah.
on end, and nothing happened.
And it's all kai and no kiki.
I mean, you
Kiki,
can't
no
do
kai.
that.
Wait, but I mean,
Kai.
you've got to realize once again. I mean, you're there and you're doing the competition. It's
Yeah.
not like
And-
we're
yeah.
hanging out like Big Brother and they're next door. I mean, you don't
Yeah.
get to hang out with each other.
Well, who are you smoking pot with in the hotel room at the end of the
Smoking
day?
pot.
Girl.
They all say they're like.
I haven't smoked pot since I was 19 years old and I threw up all over 7-Eleven's floor. It was awesome.
Pot's supposed to help you with the nausea. T wants to know, this question is for both of you. He's wondering which fellow contestants you both became closest with, and which contestants did you not become close with? Who do you hate?
I mean, I don't know if we can answer that.
Mystique Summers, Madison, and I don't like.
Who's
Yeah,
not
I just
from Chicago.
Well, I mean, the thing is like I don't know who she is, and I've never met her in my life.
Mystique?
Yeah, well, I know who she is on the show, but I mean like personally.
Yeah.
But she had something like against me because I was trying out when Penetration was trying out, and she had posted something online
no.
and said that I was a skinny, untalented bitch. And yeah, I mean, have you seen her Missy Elliott? I mean, whatever. But that's just another like I don't know her, but yeah,
She was on the podcast. She came here as a boy, right? It was very
Yeah.
sweet.
Was she?
Yeah.
Okay, well maybe
know-
it's an imposter Tumblr
Yeah.
or something.
I gotta
maybe.
say, like we
Maybe
get
just throwing some shade.
All you girls are so well behaved when you come on the podcast. I don't know what it is, but it's like you guys all arrive
Well-
on time, are very polite, very intelligent, well spoken.
Well, I think the funny thing is, back in the day, because I mean,
Yeah.
I come from a time when you didn't have internet, you didn't have an opinion, there was no YouTube. You had to walk up to a bitch and say, "I don't fucking like you." Now everyone sits in front of a computer
Right.
and can write whatever the fuck they
Right.
want.
Right.
When you call them out on it, then them hoes get nervous. So you just have to sit back and go, "It's their opinion." You know, do I really care what a 10-year-old in Guatemala thinks of my eyelashes? I don't give a shit, queen. I'm surprised you have internet to even make this comment. You know, it's like I can't get bothered by that. But that's the thing. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody's
True.
got to figure something out. Everybody knows more than you do, and you were the one who was there.
Well, you guys seen that viral video of that was it a Brazilian drag show where the
It was a
queen-
beauty pageant.
It was a beauty
real
pageant.
They
beauty
snatched her.
And she snatched her
Yeah.
wig and
That's
tears
funny.
right
Yeah,
off
that's
of her.
That's funny.
awesome.
That's funny.
I was like, has that? I mean, do you guys ever worry that might ever happen to you? Or like,
Never. Never. My mom's a chola. I would fucking stab a bitch. I'm not kidding. No one fucks with the hair. Like, if I've seen that too, like at clubs, like people like would snatch people's hair. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, you better fucking swing at her.
Get a run and start, bitch. Unzip that corset and book it.
I know.
Bianca, your hairline, that lace front wig is fierce and flawless.
Well,
I can't even
thanks.
see where the hair
It's
begins
not even
and
lace
ends.
front. It's like lace on the sides.
Well, it's lace all
Lace
over.
side.
It's lace all
It's
over.
lace all over, and then my bangs are all. What was funny is the first episode with
Can you do
Courtney
this?
when
Just
we walk
run
in.
your finger.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Courtney and I were there, and Courtney's like, "Oh, I can't see your lace front." I said, "Funny, you own a wig company, and I can clock yours, bitch."
She has a wig company?
Yeah, with
Damn.
vanity.
Yeah.
She's like already merchandising. She hasn't even.
Well, she had it before. She had it before.
Way before.
That's what I feel is like. It's almost like unfair to compete with somebody who's literally been called the RuPaul of Australia.
No, it's
Well,
not.
I think that can work. You know, all of us take a risk when
It
you go
works
there.
against her sometimes.
I think. Well, I don't. I mean, I think you're overthinking it because you like her. I think
Who's
that it's
called
just
her that?
You know, when you go into this, the people that cast the show decided to use this amount of people. You have a chance to either sink or swim. You know, you judge by what you put out there. They can say, okay, she's a total bitch, and it's going to be this.
Right.
And when you get there, it can't all be one note. You know, you have to have skills, and you gotta work.
Are you going to come off as the bitch of this season?
I
you
don't know
think?
what I'm going to. I haven't seen any of it. I've only seen the 10 minutes that I saw last night.
I the rumors are that you get eliminated on quickly and early, and I have to say, like, the show will be unwatchable without you.
Well, thanks for the backhand
And that's why they
compliment.
bring you back.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's what the rumor is.
Yeah.
That's the
After, is
rumor.
this before or after I punch Rue? When does that happen? Did I climb out of the bars of my hotel room to smoke weed while I was fucking milk? Yeah, all of that. That's the treat.
Awesome.
I love it.
Tom wants to know, Adore, what are your measurements?
I have-
It's rude to ask a lady how much she weighs, but
I have no
Oh, he's
idea.
trying to get a look together for you. is
oh,
what
he
he's
wants
saying.
to build something.
He wants to
Oh,
make
shit.
something for you.
Mermaid dress.
How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot out
Okay.
of drag.
Chest, waist, hips.
Chest is a 36B. And I don't know what a B. No, but like
Hips, waist.
I don't
come on.
know. I swear I buy my
Where's
shit.
the ruler? Where's
I-
the tape measure, Mark?
Yeah, we can
I'll
do
get
that. We should do
Do
this
it right
before
now.
Drag Race. I fucking gained like 10 pounds.
Oh.
Bianca, why this chicken shit gig?
What?
That's I don't know what he says. Just kidding. If you had to sum up each of the winners of previous Drag Race seasons in one word, which would it be for each girl?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sharon, let's start off with the one I forget.
Which one?
Last season.
Jinx.
Jinx Monsoon.
She's very sweet. I've met her. I've had the opportunity to meet them, most of them, because in New York, whenever they would do the finale premiere party, the guy who produced it was the guy that I worked with in the city. So I was hired.
One word.
But no, I'm just thinking she's sweet. She's sweet. She's a good queen. I think
She's
she's
a
talented.
sweet.
I think she's talented.
God, Sharon Needles.
She's all right.
All right.
Well, I mean, you got to remember, there's two things you deal with. You can be whatever you want to be on stage, but when you're backstage, I find that you have to be a human. She's been much nicer lately because, of course, she's not working as much. So I think that happens.
Oh my god.
Well, it's true.
Raja.
Oh, adorable. I love her.
What about Tyra Sanchez?
She stole my mirror one night when we were working together at the bar, and I never
Coke mirror?
forgave her. I asked
Your
her.
Coke mirror.
No, my mirror that I was getting dressed in, and she was downstairs for 3 hours, and she snatched the mirror, and I came back to do a quick change, and there's no fucking mirror, and then I let her have it.
And Salut to la Bong, Bibi Zahara
Oh,
B'nai.
girl, in denial. That thing. Oof, she's crazy.
Denial about what?
Oh, she's just crazy. She's grand. We were working on Fire Island one summer, and she's like, darling, can you get my luggage? I said, bitch, I got the same shitty gig as you, so calm the fuck down. Your bags are right over there.
Damn.
Come on.
She thought she treated you as a porter.
Bitch, please. She's backstage. She's opening for me. That says a lot.
Damn.
She drank the Kool-Aid, boarded the spaceship.
What do
So
you-
40 chest with the tits.
40?
Yes. 32 waist. Well, I guess I don't know how you measure on the
It's a
boobs, right?
girl.
I mean,
It's,
so
it's
yeah.
above. It's
36.
above the belly
And then
button.
32 for the waist, and then the hips were 43.
Look, David's assistant is cringing over here because we did this wrong. And did we do that right?
It works.
That's
How do you
right.
measure?
Okay.
Yeah, I measured around the boobs.
Okay, people. So make that dress for her.
Just get stretchy fabric. Who
How do people
cares?
send you like actual gifts and shit?
I give them my address.
You do?
I do. And
I can show up at your house and like crash.
You can get it on Google.
No, but like if any fans show up at your house,
Yes.
we can have
little-
breakfast or something.
Oh, a lot of little girls show up to my house a lot of the time. A lot. Like, I'll be outside smoking a cigarette, fucking just thinking I'm cool, like ordering pizza and being fat as fuck. And like a little girl will walk up, like, can I take a picture? I'm like, no, scram! No, I'm just kidding, no. And, I love the little
Go away,
kids.
kid. Yeah, I mean, there's just like there are little children who
Yeah.
listen to this podcast and they steal their parents' credit cards
awesome.
to buy
No.
shit. It's like
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's fabulous.
and we have to like call the credit card company and we're like,
to verify.
well, it was like one girl stole her father's credit card so she could like listen to the podcast.
To listen to all the Queen's podcasts.
and it
that
cost
was-
us like tons of money. It was horrible. It was a
How old
nightmare.
is
It
this
cost
child?
you.
I don't know.
We don't know how old she was, but we were like, this is obviously a child.
That's just, of course, it's gotta be.
It was
Because
just
not
like-
only do you have to refund the money, is like they try and get 20 extra bucks out of you, and so it was just like, oh my god, I have to spend money for you to listen.
That's
it's
awful.
kind of a strange, unusual demographic for the show because you have lots of young
Yeah.
I
listeners.
love the
Yeah.
little ones.
And then you guys are, adult entertainers.
Yeah.
And how does that balance it out? Like, how do you
I
navigate
I
that?
love
You're
the
shaking
little
your head
ones.
like,
No, I love them.
Yeah.
I do. That's what I originally started the YouTube thing for because I was working in nightclubs and stuff like that, and I wanted to give them something that like an advice, like little like channel and stuff like that. And I get a lot of little kids that write shit to me, and a lot of fucked up shit too. And it's so sad and unfortunate. But
well,
yeah.
Anna C's just faking it, just so you know. Huh? Anna C's one of those super fans. Who if you don't know her now,
my.
you will soon.
Oh,
Hi, Anna
thanks for the
C.
warning.
Coming for you. She might not like you because she's a big
Good.
fan of Sharon's.
Oh, good. Well, I mean, I don't have a problem with Sharon. I just go, it's different people.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all right.
I respect any drag queen that's intelligent, and like I would say, for a good part of you guys are sharp as tacks. You're brilliant, so smart, so wise. But are you worthy to pass the RuPaul's Drag Race quiz that we have for you
Yep.
guys?
Oh, is this about past seasons?
Oh,
No,
when-
it's all about everything. It's
Okay.
very obscure and esoteric.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
to
French for some
humiliate
shit you dug up.
Humiliate you as drag queens here.
Oh,
so we're
okay.
gonna have you flip a coin here, Bianca. You get to
I have to
age
keep
before
score,
beauty.
right?
Okay.
Yes. So you're gonna flip a coin. Call it. Before you look at
Heads. Oh,
That's such a mean thing to do.
I say heads. It's heads.
it. Okay, so you go first.
All right.
So you guys both get to answer the questions. Each right answer gets 1 point.
How do we? Wait,
Good luck.
One person gets to answer because otherwise they're going to steal the other
Oh,
person's
that's right.
answer.
how is it a right answer?
Is there
I
a
have an
buzzer?
answer here.
Is
Wait,
this
one of
facts?
us could do
These are
that.
facts.
Okay.
One of
What?
us could ring the bell. Oh, if somebody picks it
No,
up, they get set.
we're gonna change the game right now. I mean, you could ring it.
No, just do what you
If you
want.
get the answer right,
Let's
you get
go.
the bell.
Ring it.
Okay, ready? So if you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you lose a point.
Okay.
What are chicken cutlets in drag slang, Bianca?
They're tits.
That's right. Silicone gels for breasts, mama.
Tits.
Now, Adore, what does couture mean in English?
The fuck? I don't care. Bianca,
Bianca, do you want to answer it?
Yep. Handmade gown.
It means to wrong. Both of you guys.
What?
It means to sew.
But yeah, but when you get a couture gown.
Literally, the word couture.
Oh, well, now she's getting Google.
Now, what does the word roux in RuPaul mean?
It means the bottom of like a stew shit. Like it's like the good stuff that's on the
It's not spelled the same, but yeah.
Yeah.
Do we accept that as an
We'll
answer?
accept that as an answer.
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
When you're making gumbo,
Yes.
but it's not spelled the same.
It's a thickening agent in French and Cajun
R-O-U-X,
sauce.
Missy. Check your questions.
Yes.
What's
But that's
it-
what her mother. That's what she
Yeah,
said her
yeah,
mother
yeah,
named
right,
her.
right.
What's the recipe for roux?
It's flour, and it's flour, oil, onions. We do it
enough.
We do it in gumbo, yeah.
And love.
It's like
And
a mixture.
butter.
And butter.
Lots
Well,
of
you can
butter.
use oil. The Cajuns use oil, but like French use butter.
Okay, what famous drag queen did RuPaul work as a backup singer when she was trying to get started in her early days?
Which drag
Diana
queen?
Ross.
No, what famous drag
know.
queen?
Famous.
Well, famous at the time, not famous anymore. Did RuPaul work as a backup singer in her early days?
That I don't know.
Barney.
Is Vaginal Cream Davis?
Oh,
She did.
She was a backup
she's a
singer.
backup singer. Wow.
Vaginal Cream Davis
I
had
saw
a musical
Vaginal
act.
opened for what's her face? Margaret Cho. I saw him years ago.
That we was sucking
Sucking toes on stage. Yeah.
toes on stage.
That's
I used to love his
Awesome.
column. He used to write a gossip column with all these blind items and outing people. It was lots of fun.
That was random trivia.
RuPaul likes to throw the phrase out, "Echa pa'lante," but it correctly pronounces "Echa pa'lante." What does it mean in English?
Isn't it move forward? Or go
Ding,
to
ding, ding.
Yes.
I'll ring
Do you
that.
want to? Okay.
No, I give up. Fuck this game.
This is an easier one. Here, we're going to give you an easy one. Shantae means what in English, and what language is it from?
Stay. In French.
Bianca,
Well, you got
do
the
know
French
answer?
right.
It's French, so you get half a point.
I'm trying to. What is it? What I never looked it up.
It's stay.
Well, she says say. Shantae, you
She
stay.
says Shantae,
It
you
means
stay.
dance.
So it doesn't mean stay.
No, so she's. I have no idea.
When
didn't
asked
know we
about
were
the
going to
meaning of
fucking school.
Shantae, RuPaul said that the term means to weave a bewitching spell. It's actually French slang for the word enchanté, or chanter, which means to enchant,
Oh.
to delight.
Yeah,
I'm
we would've got
delighted
that.
you get to stay.
That's nice.
How would we have known that?
Because you gotta learn your history, herstory,
That's
girl.
not her
Your
story.
drag
That's-
story.
That's
Your drag
crazy
story.
shit.
What gym?
She says it on every show.
But she didn't explain what
But
it
you
is.
see, I know it from her song. I don't know it from
We're gonna get you.
being enchanting.
We're gonna get your heads exploding soon. This
Okay.
one's a couple of really good ones here. What gym was the armpit crew stud Sean Morales kicked out of for smelling too bad?
24-hour fitness in West Hollywood. Was it?
Wrong. Sorry.
I have no idea.
Where was that?
Gold's Gym in L.A.
Oh, okay, well,
got
it was in
kicked out
West
for
Hollywood, you
smelling?
smart asses. I
Yeah,
knew it because
it's
I was
Gold's.
around the area when that happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I guess he doesn't use deodorant. Did you smell him on this season of RuPaul's Drag Race? Because Michelle Visage said like he always
I
stunk.
didn't
She was
smell it. I
not
didn't smell it.
surprised.
He's disgusting.
Well, maybe he had to clean up his act since the Scruff Boys.
Probably.
have come
Yeah,
on. They're
no,
like, oh,
they have the
shit.
guy from That Boy Is a Bottom now as a pit crew guy.
Miles Moody.
Miles Moody,
Yeah.
and then the blonde guy who from
Real
Real
World.
World Paris.
Yes, he
think
was a
we're-
little twink back then, wasn't he?
He's put on some muscle, honey.
Yeah.
I'll take the steroids he's on.
I'll take him as a twink.
What is the name of RuPaul's backup singer in her most famous song, Supermodel? And what TV show was she on before?
Oh, that's the Wanda Page. She was from
Yay.
Sanford and Son.
Yay.
And Esther.
that was one of my
Gorilla
favorite.
cookies.
I love her.
I'm gonna beat your face into
love
dough
her.
and make gorilla biscuits. What project are the producers of RuPaul's debut album, Supermodel to the World, working on today?
I give
What
up.
are they doing?
What are they
The
doing?
original
exactly?
producers of
The original-
Supermodel.
Yes,
Are
not the writers, not the
Producers,
musicians, the
yeah.
producers, the guys who spent money to make
That I
RuPaul
don't know.
famous. They're the producers of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh, really?
Randy Barbato and Fenton Bailey, best known as the founders of World of Wonder, who
Yeah.
produced the show that you guys were on.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's
These
great.
two guys, RuPaul basically has a life debt to them.
You know, but the good thing though I've noticed with Ru is that, you know, he does keep a lot of the same people around him, which is amazing. I mean, I remember watching Michelle Visage on his show when it was on VH1.
Okay, so arrange in order of age: RuPaul, Lady Bunny, and Michelle Visage.
Oh, I know it. I think it's
Who's the oldest?
I think it's Bunny, then Ru, then Michelle.
Oh, what about you? You can't get this one right. That's not
It's Rue, Lady Bunny, then Michelle.
Yay!
Ru's older? I didn't realize that. Well, how old
RuPaul is older by 2 years, 53, and Lady Bunny's 51.
And Michelle Visage.
Lady
is
Bunny saying she's
ageless.
51? We did her
That's what,
birthday.
according
we
to-
did her 50th birthday roast like 2 years ago. Lies.
Well, girls, the time has come to end this pod. Oh, wait a minute. The
Final
contest.
score?
Final score: Bianca 5 points and Adore 2.5.
I'm so good. Yeah, it's fine.
But you know what? I'm like Rosie. You guys both get a Hunty t-shirts.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So-
Magical.
They're magical, fabulous t-shirts. Hunty is a school darling and the library's open. Time to start reading.
And you can get those at our store if you'd like one at feastofun.com/store.
That's right. It's like you can watch the show with your Hunty t-shirt.
Yeah.
And you can pretend like you went to college.
Yeah.
You can
Like these girls
also
do.
go to thebiancadelrio.com and buy your Bianca t-shirt or to Adore Delano.
.com and get your Adore Delano t-shirt.
How many drag queens have their face as the t-shirt now? It's Alaska
We do.
Thunderfuck, the two of you
They all
guys.
do.
Yeah.
Chad sells in mine.
Chad Sell,
Yeah.
yeah. Chad Sell's a remarkable artist. isn't
Brilliant.
he?
He's
He moved to
gorge.
Chicago.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
gonna be
really?
there tonight.
It's
at
like
Roscoe.
amazing guy. You guys like talk about a life debt. I mean, he's a
No, he's great.
Yeah.
fantastic guy.
Buy him a box of popsicles.
Well, girls, the time has come to end this podcast. Your journey here has come to an end, but you continue. Blah, you know what I'm saying.
Thank you so
we got
much.
it.
I'm so tired. I have to say, you guys are fantastic entertainers and fierce people. And it's a real pleasure to get to know you guys better. And I'm glad that we could do this podcast and show a little different side of you guys that may not necessarily appear on the show.
Yeah.
Here's to hoping.
Thank
What
you.
are you guys like fearing that might not get shown on the series about you guys? What are you fearing like that people might not misunderstand about you?
Well, I mean, I initially thought, that I knew that I couldn't explain myself to America. So you just have to do what you do and just make peace with it. Because everybody's like, oh, well, you're going to be this, or you're going to be the bitch, or you're going to be... It's like, I have no idea what they're going to do. I know what I said. I don't know what anyone else said in their confessionals, or because we don't know any of that until we see it. And of course, editing is one thing too. But I signed up for it, so I can't really be a total douche about it and go, that's not my life. I really didn't mean it. You got to be an adult about it and go, this was what I said. This is what I did.
You might get the Fifi O'Hara treatment.
Please. My teeth are far better.
Oh my God.
She might be a bitch. She's not smart.
She took a picture like this once to hide her snaggle.
Wait, we can't hear you. Mark's laying his face on the table.
I cracked me up. I wish I had saved it.
I think that's the other thing that does make me laugh, though. People do say that. Just because someone was on a past season, oh, well, you're going to be the Roxy, or you're going to be the Fifi, or you're going to be the this, or you're going to be the young one. It's like, can't we just watch it and make our own opinion? I think that'd be great. It's like, no. I mean, I was doing drag before Fifi did, so it's not like, because it's new to this audience, it's not so much like, and to be honest with you, I never successfully watched the Fifi season continuously. I watched like in a marathon, but I never watched it while it was happening. So I didn't know who she was until I watched a Sunday of, full 28,000 episodes where I got to see who she was. And I got to meet her in New York, and she's a sweet queen.
Yeah. And what about you, Adore? What do you feel like people might not get about you or misunderstand about you? Don't worry about the microphone. I'll clean it up later.
I mean,
we always delouse them after the
Adore, I'm sorry, Bianca's worried that the...
I had Michelle Visage lipstick on this microphone for months. I just left it on there. I think this is the peanut butter over here, too.
She was eating a peanut butter sandwich.
I love
because she has a disease of some kind.
Yeah, it's called hungry. Yeah.
What do you feel like people might not get about you?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to be how I'm going to look. I mean, the first episode was pretty cool. I'm cool with my editing. I'm awesome. I mean, but it's I'm afraid that they're not going to explain full stories of why I'm acting a certain way or whatever in upcoming episodes. But I mean, I'm excited.
I think listeners can testify these two girls are fantastic, and we wish you guys huge careers.
Thank you.
So big that you guys don't even have the time to tape this podcast again with us. But we always welcome you guys back.
I would love it.
And come back anytime to Feast of Fun. Remember, folks, Feast of Fun is made possible because of your financial support. Without you,
we can't do the show. So if you're not a Plus member yet, sign up today at feastoffun.com/plus because your contribution makes this show happen.
And you can follow Bianca Del Rio on Twitter as the Bianca.
Yep. I did all the same URL, so I have thebianca.com Twitter, thebianca.rio. There's a transsexual in Florida who has the same name, so I have to just clarify this. So thebianca.rio.com, thebianca on Instagram.
The non-hooker.
The non-hooker. No, the one with more makeup. It's me. Yeah.
And you're Adore Delano.
Yeah, just said everything. Just Adore Delano.
And Danny Noriega also works too.
No, he's dead. Long live the queen. Off with his head.
He's dead.
Thanks, girls.
Thank
you.
Bye.
It's been real.